everyone. Welcome to Busy Lizzie's Budget. Thank you so much for being here today. I am going to cut right to the chase, and we are talking all about my Etsy launch. It is coming Saturday, June 1st at 2 o'clock my time, which is Eastern Standard Time. You guys, I am so excited. If you know, I've had back surgery, so my shop has been closed for a long time, and I needed to work on items very slowly. I probably shouldn't be working on them at all yet, but I've been really excited to do it. And we are going to have a launch where at this time, on this date, all of the items that I have made over the past month or two will be available in my shop. And I'm going to show you everything that will be in the launch. And there are some brand new items you haven't seen, as well as some older ones that are favorites. And I'm going to show you how many that I have already made, or I will by the time of the launch, and what the price is going to be. So I'm so excited to show these items to you guys. I've been working very hard on them, and I think you're really going to like some of them. So hopefully I remember everything I'd like to say, but because the quantities are limited, you might, if you're interested in anything, you might want to put an alarm on your phone for Saturday at 2 o'clock. And whatever time zone you're in, you might not put it at 2 o'clock. You might put it at a different time. So if you do set an alarm on your phone, remember to account for the fact that I am on Eastern Standard Time. So if you're not, then figure out what time it would be on your end. Now, once I recover a little bit more, I will be putting these items in my shop as made to order, where you will have to wait for them. And it might be a little bit, the processing time might be longer than normal because, again, I'm still really not supposed to be working full time. My surgeon actually said I won't be fully healed for 6 months, and I am 6 weeks out. So anyway, please give me patience. But if there is something that you really wanted and you do not end up getting it during the launch and it's gone, please, please, please send me an Etsy message, because I'm very good about accommodating people. So anyway, let's go ahead and I'm going to start showing you the items that I have. And as I'm getting the first item ready, I just want to tell you, I bombed, and I totally forgot to mention that my 2-year YouTube anniversary was May 1st. And I didn't even notice or say anything. I don't know why, but May 1st of 2022 was my first video. So if you have been there since then, please tell me in the comments. I would love to know. But I just thought I would take a moment and say that because I feel like it is an accomplishment. So anyway, this is the book that my daughter made with me. We collaborated on it together. She did all of the digital work and I do all the physical work. It comes with a die with the colors on it, and the high-end conversion and low-end conversion are identical except for the numbers. I'm going to go through each of them quickly because that is the whole point of this video, is for you to see, to get all the information. And that way, when the items are launched, you will know everything you need to, and you can grab things and buy them right away because you'll already know the information. So also, if you don't see a question, you don't hear a question answered, or I don't answer a question, or you have a question about any of these items, please leave it in the comment section, and I will make sure to answer those questions before the launch as soon as I see them. So anyway, the first Roll, Scratch, and Save by Color book is the low income. The largest number is 7. So in here, under the scratch off stickers, are numbers 1 through 7. And this is the cover. This directions page, it basically has directions, but then at the very end of the book, my daughter had the idea to put what the total was. So when you finish the book and you count all the money, after you count all the money, you can then scratch this and see if you saved the right amount and did all your math properly. So I thought that was cute. So all of these pages are envelopes. I'm going to try to talk quickly, and because I know some of you have already seen this stuff, but there are 6 colors that correspond with the 6 colors on the die. And so here they are. I'll show you quickly. It does show the total of each page. So if you really do want to know the total of the challenge, you can just add them up. But there are 6 colored pages, and there is a front cover and a back cover. Everything's laminated, and so the covers are not envelopes, obviously. Addie put a little congratulations note at the end and said, remember to go back to the directions page to do that last scratch off. So this particular book, I have 6 of them already made, and they are going to be sold for $35 each. So a quantity of 6 will be made, and everything that you see in this launch and the quantities I tell you are all done, ready to ship out. So if I do the launch on that Saturday, Monday morning, I'm going to try to spend the weekend packaging up the orders and then mail everything out Monday morning. So, and then of course this has an elastic around it. So for those of you who want to see the numbers on the larger income book, I will go quickly through this. The high income book, it says the largest number is 20. And in this book, it's not 1 through 20. I made sure I took some notes in case you guys, I could anticipate your questions. The numbers in this book are actually 10 through 20. So no number lower than 10. So same thing, you get the scratch at the end with your total, and then you'll see these page numbers are a lot higher. It shows it in the corner. So anyway, that is the high income version, and Addie wanted this book to be where when you flipped it over, it showed this in this direction. She asked for it to be that way, so I did that for her. But there are also a quantity of 6 of these made for $35 each. So same price for each version. Now I'm going to go on to the next item. And again, I'm just going to go quickly. The next item is my Let's Get Personal book. It's one of my bestsellers, and this is the original version. A lot of people have messaged me and asked for it. And for this version, and as well as I'm going to debut the second version, but for both of these, I just want to talk because they're very similar, except for the questions. They both have, let's see, 25 envelopes plus a front and back cover. So here's the front cover, and then you'll see the back cover. So there's a front and back cover plus 25 envelopes. I'll show you a couple. You've probably already seen these before, some of these questions. I don't want to show you all the pages because I don't want you to see all the questions, but there are 25 envelopes, 1 question per side. So each side has a separate question, and there are a total of 50 questions, which means there are 100 scratch-off stickers total. So you can go ahead and go through the book and answer all the questions, and for the front and back, you can save the money in this envelope. And when you're all done, you can redo the book another time and scratch off the sticker that's left. So that's kind of cool about this. And the numbers that are under these scratch offs were picked totally randomly by the computer, and they range from 1 to 12. So they start at 1, and there'll be no number larger than 12. So again, 25 envelopes, and I made 6 of these, and they are $45. And I just want to say this about every single item you're going to see in my launch, in my shop. Every single item I've laminated at least 5 times. I laminate from every direction, each page, every direction, give it a fresh laminating coat at the end. So I use high quality items, 5 mil 5 mil laminating paper, which is the thickest you can use. And I round every corner for every item. And some of these things are double-sided, which I'll show you which ones are. And I use thick elastics on these. I use the more expensive rings because I think they're nicer and they don't break as easily. And I also use thick cardstock white paper. So I just wanted to say that once about all these items. So they are priced decently, but it's because I spend so much on all of that and on freebies and things like that. So this is the first edition of Let's Get Personal. And now I'm going to show you the second version. You might have gotten a sneak peek of it, but I think it is beautiful. In contrast to the first one, I'm using gold rings. And so on this one, it has silver scratches and this color and black. And then on here, you'll see gold stickers, gold ring, and a lighter neutral colored elastic. So I just wanted to change it up a little bit. So let's get more personal is the second version. I am in love with it, you guys. I absolutely love the colors, all of these colors on here. So like if you've ever had to be home when the street lights came on, if you did, you scratch this one. If not, you scratch this one and you save the number underneath. Again, these are all really durable envelopes, and I'll just show you some of the colors super quickly. So it's all different colors. There's even a purple in here. There's one purple, but hopefully you're not reading all the questions. But anyway, so this book again is the same. It is question on the front and back, a total of 50 questions, a total of 100 scratch off stickers. And there are 6 of these also for $45. And that's just my logo on the back. So those will also be all ready to ship. And if I repeat things I'm saying, I'm sorry. I don't normally film this type of video, so I'm not used to it. So I'm not very eloquent in this, but okay, so the next one, I have 2 new mini books, and I'm going to show them to you one at a time, but this is my barbecue mini book. And in the past, my mini books have been double-sided. So you'll see these are not. I just wanted to make sure you know that they are not. In my other ones, I'm going to have to change my listings because my printer keeps not working, and I decided for the time being to have these printed at my local UPS store, and they do high quality printing, and it's very expensive. So I have these books listed at $32, but I'm going to put them down to $30. And because they're not double-sided, but it's still more than I would usually spend because it's expensive to get the custom printing. But I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So it's really good quality printing and vibrant colors. And I actually supply my own paper, even though I don't get money off for that. So anyway, this is my barbecue book, and I'll talk about it while I'm going through it and showing it to you. But there are envelopes on every page, and like all my mini books, there are a total of 12 pages or 12 envelopes, no front and back cover. The front and the back cover are envelopes. So 12 envelopes total. The total books, my mini books, always come to $100, and there are 12 envelopes. So that way, so there are 2 scratches on every page, but the whole page will not come to more than $10. It might equal 10, but it won't exceed $10. So in order to do that, I had to do 12 pages. So it will be exactly $100. So these 2 together might be less than 10, or they might equal 10. But anyway, that is the deal. 12 envelopes, a total of $100. So I thought this paper was so super cute, and I love it. So I hope you guys like this book as much as I do. I have 6 of these made, and they are $30 each. So there you go for that one. The next one is a camping one, and I couldn't think of anything better to put on the cover than s'mores. So, and I am using colorful scratch-off stickers. Again, they're more expensive, but I just think it adds so much to the books, and I'm in love with this one as well. Again, it's just single-sided, but on the mini books, you can't really see the inside that well anyway. So I already told you all of the details about this book, so I'm just going to flip through it quickly. And it's just your camping, going to camp, whatever type of book. But anyway, again, I just think it's really cute. It keeps making me think of Tracy, so I put some blue in because it just makes me think of her because she loves camping type of challenges. But again, these 2 will be less than 10 most likely. One of them or 2 of them at the most might equal 10. But it's an easy, great way to to save $100. And even if you can only afford to do 1 scratch at a time, that's totally fine. Also, you can reuse these books as many times as you want. So 6 of this camping book, $30 each. Now we're going to move on to my beautiful, beautiful hot air balloon books. And I know you've seen at least one of them. I've been doing it on my channel, but this is the low version, so you may not have seen this yet. I might be biased, and I'm not quick to praise myself. I'm usually pretty hard on myself, but this particular book I think is one of the prettiest things I have ever made, and I am obsessed with it. I wasn't able to find gold rings, but the black is pretty universal, and I like the black. I buy good quality black rings, but I did put lighter elastics on here because of the lighter pages, and I used very expensive, smaller gold stickers because I think they're just less obtrusive and they just kind of fit in and they don't overtake the page, because I think these are so beautiful. So these ones, even though I had to pay to get them printed, I had them figure out how to do it double-sided. So I love on 4x6 books to have the inside with the same design. Let me stretch it. I mean, look how beautiful that is. There's something about when I put money into these, I don't have to fold it, and something about seeing this design, beautiful design in the inside, it's just very satisfying to me. So these will always be double-sided. So the high quality print on both sides. And then I'm going to flip these. Let's make sure it's in frame. So you can see the back of the other page. And then there are 15 pages in these books. So while I'm flipping, let me tell you a little bit about this low income one. I have left the total a mystery on these. However, if you don't want to buy it unless you know the total, please message me. It's not a secret. Some people like mystery challenges, so I thought I won't put out there the total, but if you'd like to know the total, I will absolutely tell you. I know it off the top of my head. Just send me a message anywhere and I will tell you the total. Or if you're using it because you need a certain amount to save for something, I'll absolutely tell you, but I just think these are gorgeous, and I hope you guys like them too. They take a very long time to make, so I only was able to make 4 of each, but I hope that there are 4 of you out there who really love it, who are able to snag it. And of course, I will be making more in the future. So that is the low income version. I have 4 of them, and they'll be sold for $50. And honestly, for the time and the materials, I don't think I make any profit off of these, but I didn't want to put them any higher than that because I want them to be affordable to you guys. So anyway, I hope you love them. I'm not even going to put the elastics around it. I'm just going to move on. So here is the high income. If you do watch my videos, you'll have already seen this. I have some, for those of you who like the darker or the night sky, I have, I think, 4 darker prints in this one. So we have the black elastics, and again, just want to show you every page is double-sided in these. And then let me set this up. So again, it has 4 small gold scratches, and this does have some lighter pages, but they're very different. So, I don't know. I'm so in love with these. I want to do both of them on my channel. I just want to have a copy of each for myself. And for this higher income version, let me just look at my notes in front of me. I think I might have forgotten to say this on the lower version, but the numbers or the denominations you'll scratch on here are 1 through 7. So nothing higher than 7. On this high income book, you will, unlike my Addie's Roll, Scratch, and Save by Color book, even the high version does go as low as 1, because I wanted you guys to have some, some wins where, you don't want an IOU and you only have $5 left and you scratch one and it's number 1. So I wanted to have some low numbers as well. So the denominations on the high version are $1 through 15. So no scratch is higher than 15, but there are some scratches that are 15. So that is the high version. I made 4 of these, and again, $50 each. I only have one more item to show you, so if you're still watching, stay tuned unless you've already seen this before. But this is my #1 bestseller. It's my low income savings challenge book. If you message me, I have a lot of low income challenges and books. If you say the cartoon book, I'll know exactly what you're talking about. But I will tell you, I did get this printed. This exact one I'm showing you printed, and I've never gotten it printed before. I printed myself, but since my printer's not working, I had them print it. They would only print me 1 copy because they said there's copyright, and so they can't print more than 1. So I need to go back to printing them myself and fixing my printer, even though I will have them do the majority of my printing from now on, just to give you a higher quality printing. But what cracked me up about this book is that I was telling Lindsay at Boy Mom Loves to Save that some of the pages, where they printed are brighter and some of them are duller. So I think it all comes out in the wash. But I have one of these books that they printed, and I have 4 I was able to get off of my printer before it stopped working. So this is the only one that looks a little bit different, like the color scheme. Also, we're all going to see different colors with our whatever device we're watching it on. But if you notice this looks a little different, that is why it's the only one that will ever be like this. So I think it's kind of like a, what's it called? Like a special one, like a rare one. But if you haven't seen this book before, I will give you the information about it. I actually, let's see. No, I did write it down. Okay, so for this one, there is just a front cover. It was the first physical item I sold. I had a lot of help figuring out how to make this and how to list it, how to do a launch, how to mail stuff out and do shipping from Janelle Ray Budgets. She is so sweet. Check out her channel and her shop. Follow them both, please. She has an amazing shop, and I have so many of her items. But anyway, she was a big help to me with this book. And at that point, I just did a front cover. In the future, I like to make back covers, but this was my very first item. So we have one cover, and then we have 8 envelopes and 8 different games. So on each of them, you'll see, I don't have the total of the book, and you'll see why, but I have the total of each page up in the corner if you're interested to get. Also, I have it in the listing itself. But anyway, it has silver 1-inch scratch-off stickers, and it's not double-sided, so just a blank envelope on the inside. But I have a couple pages, or maybe 3, where you roll a die and you can write it in with a permanent marker because these are laminated, and then wash it off later. But that's why I can't give you a total for the book, because everyone's total is going to be different. So this is what this cartoon book looks like. Again, 8 envelopes, and the numbers you will scratch, the denominations range from 1 to 11. So 1 is the smallest number, 11 is the 11 is the highest number. So anyway, so here's the last envelope and the back cover. I have made 5 of these. I have this one, and then the 4 I printed for my computer, and they are sold for $45. That is the end of this video. I hope that I will see some of you at my launch. Please get in touch with me. A lot of times I see your messages and questions right away. And comments right away. I just can't always get to them right away. But if you have a question about the launch, I guarantee you I will answer it as second I see it, which is usually pretty quickly. So feel free to blow me up with questions. And anyone out there is wondering, when I spend a lot of time during the day making Etsy products, my ring spins and gets in the way and drives me crazy. So yes, Matt and I are not fighting. Everything's fine. I just have my rings off today while I'm cranking out Etsy items. So anyway, that is all I have to say. A link to my shop will be in the description box. But if you go to my shop right now on Etsy, it's also called BusyLizzysBudget. You can favorite it and make sure you know where it is, how to find it. And I just want to thank you in advance, because I know I have the most supportive, generous subscribers, customers, followers, whatever you want to call it. You guys are so amazing on supporting me and my family. I am so excited for this launch. And again, any questions, get in touch with me, leave them in the comments, whatever. And I just want to thank you in advance. So Saturday, June 1st, 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you there. Bye.